different tonight. I was going to try the show pantsless, and then I decided they couldn't handle seeing me in just my underwear. I see a bunch of you stumbling in here like you lost your way. All of you getting in here, good to see you. Shoot, Washington Husky done in here. He's already given me $5. Thank you, Washington Husky. Good to see you, buddy. I figure with the world and the chaos that it is, that I'd come on here and give you something to get a little happy about. It goes a little something like this. I can't believe Mama got drunk and sang in the choir. I knew something was wrong when she had that weird look in her eye. I think I need to go up there and get her off the stage before she goes and ruins my name. I can't believe Mama got drunk and sang in the choir. Testify to that maybe your mama didn't get drunk. Maybe your mama took too many, I don't know, depression pills. Or maybe it's some painkillers. Or maybe she drank some of that hooch from her pocketbook. And you had to sing. Can't believe Mama got drunk and sang in the choir. I knew something was wrong when she had that weird look in her eye. I don't know what to do. I'm about to take a poo-poo in my drawers tonight. She just looked at the preacher, winked at him, and showed her up her thigh. Because I can't believe Mama got drunk and sang in the choir. Lord, I can't believe Mama got drunk and sang in the choir. Man, all of you, good to see you, good to see you. Got a bunch of you trickling in here. Good to see all of you, good to see all of you. Now, I've got my trusty laptop right here. Well, not right there, right here. Good to see all of you. May there to you, tiger cats in here, boll weevils in here. Good Lord, let's go through here and see who's in here. I tell you this, I'm gonna, instead of doing this and shaking it back and forth, you got epilepsy like my sister. Actually, my sister does have epilepsy. So I can make that joke. Every now and again, just to confuse her, I like to turn the light on my phone and go, "Hey, what you doing?" She turn over there and look at me and I'll go. Easiest way in the world to shut her up when she's annoying me. Let me see. Wrong. Absolutely. Insensitive. Yes. Hilarious. Gold. I'm getting on here. I'm going to pull up my own channel. And I am going, so it's easier for me to be able to talk to y'all. Tonight's special is it's not the 19. It's just really, really bad. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. Right here. What a beautiful picture of me. I'm gonna turn it down. Yeah, I could hear myself. That's weird, ain't it? Bobby, Nate the Great, don't be late, aka says, don't, hey listen, I got epilepsy and ADHD. I'm ADD, but you know, a lot of people have told me that I got ASS too. All right, so I called this show the Bobby Dirkens Talk Show Q&A. There's been some things I've been talking about for a while, and the whole COVID thing ruined it. And I hadn't been able to do it. But tonight, I'm wanting to try to get some type of continuity in here. And so, everybody, this is a special question and answer with Bobby Dirkens. Parker Henderson's in here, so it's been a while. May there to you, go Tigers. So I'm going to go here and say hey to everybody. I know we're already 6 minutes in. If you're just joining me, you're like, is this all you do? Pretty much. Clemson Carson, may there to you. The Birdman, may there. Aaron, may there, Bobby. Jermaine Dunbar Trucking, go Dogs. B Curve Productions, may there. Go Washington Huskies Football. He's already given me $5. I call in sick to work for the rest of the week. Dog Maniac, what's up, Bobby? The Sky. I got an uncle, every time he says that, he thinks he's clever. I wish the Death Angel would come on through and get him. Nate the Great, hey, Bobby. Tiger Cat, may there to you, woman. Boll Weevil said, may there to you. Vodka drinker, I need some vodka. Good to see you. Really, I just need bourbon right now. Good to see you. Ashley Gillum has put LSU on here about 15 times. May there to you. Chase Henderson, let me tell you right now. Well, I'm not gonna skip anybody. We got Luke Jones in here. May there to you, buddy. Good to see you. We got T. Davis in here. I tell you, I think I made you laugh on one of my videos. Recently, you commented on something, and I felt really bad about what I said until I saw that you laughed that hard. And now I don't feel bad. I feel like I was doing a community service. Chase Henderson dropped $2 on me. I'm really calling out of work this week. You know what I'm saying? May there to you. Good to see you. Thank you for that $2. You know the type of beer I drink. Lord, I get 12 pack out of that. Thank you. We got Chase Henderson in here. I had the opportunity of talking to Chase. I got to talk to Chase. It was a good time. Just good conversation. I'm going to tell you right now, Chase Henderson, good people. He's good people. I don't care what they wrote about him in those bathroom stalls. South Carolina rest areas. I don't care about the things that they said about what he looks like in sandals. He's good people. Good to see you, Chase. May there to all of you. All right, so... All right. So, does anybody... Parker says, I've seen his feet, Bobby. Should we be picking on him, Parker? I'm just asking you. Should we? It says, well, Tennessee says, when you laugh, it is a very good day. You should see me when I'm hysterically miserable. For some reason I lose it and start laughing. Bierix here said, I'm a body. May they're good to see you. Question, okay, so we're going to jump right into this thing. I said I was going to do Q&A and we 10 minutes in, I hadn't answered one during question. So this is from Nate the Great, don't be late. Question from Bobby, if Michigan wins against Ohio State, Satan himself will repent to God and this whole thing will be okay. No, I'll go back to your question. If Michigan wins against Ohio State at Ohio State, and what do you think about analyst reactions or fans' reactions will be if Michigan beats Ohio sucks? Well, it was exactly with my sarcastic reply. But to entertain the question, if you, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to catch flack for what I'm about to say. But I'm going to grab my, and I'll tell you what I get it from. A lot of us use these books because I ain't going to go online and go look up every team and their brother. Because quite honestly, it's just not that important to me. You know, I'll give you an overview. You know, it's kind of like a doctor. Your doctor, you get you somebody come in there as sick as piss. They're going to die. That doctor is going to come in, he's going to curdle the family, he's going to put his little arm around them and tell them that, just to make them comfortable. And he's going to give them these 14-syllable words to tell them what is wrong with them. But between me and you just listen to me. Listen to me. I'm just going to walk in and go, does he have insurance? He does? How much? Y'all about to be rich. He's going on. And I turn around and walk out. That's what I'm going to do with the football team. I'm going to tell you what I think about Ohio State. I know I've already done like a preview. I got me a Athlon book. Y'all go check it out. I am not sponsored by them. Really don't want to be sponsored by anybody because if they get mad at something I say, they'll, pour your sponsorship. Well, go suck on a turd. I don't care. If I said this about any other team, what would you say? You say, what are you saying, Bobby? Just follow me. Just follow me right here. I know I got a bunch of questions pouring in. I'm going to have to answer my questions. It's my first time really doing a Q&A, so if I suck at it, it's my channel. Normally I put them in alphabetical order. Not so much. So if I told you that a team on the offensive side of the ball was only going to return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players, and their running back who was coming in to play is injured and might miss a lot of the season, if not all of it, what would you tell me about that team? Well, Bobby, what about the defense? Oh, you're so clever, aren't you? What happened if I told you that on that defense, they're only returning 3 starters? And those 3 starters, 2 of them are linebackers and 1 are cornerbacks. What would you say? Don't sound too good. I mean, if it's Alabama, maybe, but even still. Clemson, you know how they are. We don't respect them. They go and beat people left and right. And still don't respect them. Win 2 national championships out of the past 3 years. It's no big deal. But that's how many players Ohio State's returning. Ohio State lost 8 players on their defensive side of the ball. Big players. We know Chase Young. We know what's the other youngin's name? Jeff Okudah. Now, I'm not telling you that Ohio State's not talented, but for y'all to sit there, but I'm not saying y'all, for a lot of people to sit there and go, Ohio State's definitely in this thing. You returned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players on the offensive side of the ball. 3 of them were offensive linemen. Any other team does that in the world, they're going, even if it's Saban, Only 3 returning starters. I am just saying, Michigan going head-to-head with Ohio State, more and more I talk about it, becomes a little more realistic. I still don't think it'll happen. Washington Husky just asked me, how much does Michigan return? Great question. Go to Michigan, right here. On the offensive side of the ball, they only return 4 starters. On the defensive side of the ball, they return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starters. And they're spread out on the defensive side of the ball. So, Ohio State will probably beat them. I'm just saying that Ohio State's just going to run away with this thing. It's kind of odd. I don't know. To answer your question, if Michigan were to actually come in and do something, of course, the media's going to eat them up. If that was the question, I went on a rant, and you know me. What do you think about analyst reactions, fan reaction will be if Michigan beat Ohio State? They'll be calling them the national champions. They hadn't even got to the college football playoff yet, and they'll be saying they're national champions. That's how these analysts react to teams of old coming back around. They did it. I mean, that's the flipping reason why Oklahoma ends up in the national or in the college football playoff every flipping year, and we know what's going to happen. Somebody's going to come over and they're going to pull that pant down, they're going to spank that tail and kick them out. That's what would happen to Michigan. Hopefully that answered. Okay. Chase Henderson says, I wrote those things on the stall. Ooh. I like your game. All right. Go Washington Husky says University of Washington will beat Michigan week 1. Where is that game at? I'm looking. I'm like an old person fumbling through a phone book. Is that Washington? Maybe. Maybe. That is, if y'all are going to be playing football out there. Because I've heard, listen to me. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all all a little something. I want y'all to hear me right here. Bobby Dirkens channel, I try to keep it free of politics, and I try to keep it free of subjects that are annoying. Because here's the deal. If you want to talk about certain subjects right now, you can turn this off, go on any media outlet, social media, whatever, and type in whatever issue that you want your nerves torn up about, and you'll see a mirage, that's a new word to learn, of craziness. Opinions of all sides. People bringing up conspiracy theories. So for me, I just want people to come here, take a pause from all this other stuff, and know that you have a safe haven in my semi-hairy chest. Okay, really, I shave it, but... And I've got offset nipples. It's like infant nipples. I just hope it ain't going to cause me cancer or something. So, and I'm a little crude. I admit I'm a little crude. Politically said that about epilepsy. It was funny. I know what to tell you that. So, here we go. Going through more of these. Do you think we still have a football season this year, Clemson Carson? I'm concerned. I know that there was here we go. I know that there was some politician here from the state who everybody was ringing out going, well, you know, if half the teams basically got COVID, we know that it'll be in and out of their system. Unfortunately, that's the truth. Once you get it, you got it. Now, I know some people are going to go off on a tangent right there. Once again, my channel, I can get rid of you. I know some people don't like it. I just can't, my nerves can't take it. But all I am saying is, that is the truth. Once you've got it, you've had it, you're done. You can go sit in a room with a bunch of them coughing around you, and you ain't getting it no more. So, I think in the South we're going to see college football. And my good buddy out there, Washington Huskies football, I don't know if they'd have football out there right now. With everything going on, California, they've already said, well, they ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing. I mean, like the state of California is bringing anything to the table college football-wise. I think you're just going to see certain areas who will have it, might even modify your crowds. I hope so. I think the country needs it. I think the country needs it, and even if they play without, fans in the stands, there's enough people who will tune in and watch it. So, anyway, that's Bobby's opinion. Getting life's worth more than... Once again, we're not going there. We are not going there. So, it's just sad that you just can't you just can't talk about something and then somebody trying to stir up trouble comes on your page. But anyway, all right, let's jump in. Okay, Michigan is good. They can't play late. Don't blame you. Bubba Clemson, what's up? Are you still up to be my future Ernest T. Bass? I'm still trying to get the rights to make the Mayberry movie. Love you, Bobby. Love you too. Love you too, in a very unweird way. Yeah, I play Ernest T. Bass. He's one of my favorite people. One of my favorite moments of Ernest T. Bass is where he tells them he's trying to get in the Army. I think that was that episode. By the way, it's going off Netflix. It's going off Netflix. CBS, they own the rights to it, so they're going to do their whole mobile access to it. I literally just found this out. So today is June 29th. July 1st, I believe it is. They're pulling them from Netflix just because CBS is doing their all access. So if you want to see the Andy Griffith Show anytime, you have to go through the network. So hey, I get it. They're making that paper. But yes, I will play Ernest T. Bass. But my favorite one dealing with him is where he told me he's going to knock out both his teeth and put one gold tooth in the middle, just where everybody can say, Brad. I like it, man. Let me see. Hit again ain't worth... Big Rick, if that's how you say your name, that's hilarious. Said, I can't say that. But it's a form of an insult to Michigan. Ain't worth 2 pennies. That's hilarious. Matt Duke says, "May there, Bob. May there to you, Matt Duke. It's good to see you, buddy." Kenneth C. said, "I'd say it's about time for Michigan to step up and finally win a big game." You know what's sad about it? They really had the team 2 years ago to do it. They really did. They had the defense. Even though Shea Patterson was, brand new, he had it around me. If they didn't win it then, that's what I said about Florida this year. Piss or get off a pot. That's that time of year. Tiger Nation, one of my buddies. Tiger Nation, he says, "May there, my brother for life at work. Got to drop in real quick." Well, may there to you, buddy. Don't you work too hard. You know what they do if you work too hard? They'll expect it all the time. It's like me. I cruise at a good, solid, on a scale of 1 to 10, 5.5. I ain't gonna fire you at 5.5. I mean, at least you bring experience to the job. So when those cats get in there, no offense to our cat, and they get in there and they're like, "You're supposed to kill all those cats yesterday." I was like, "Now hold on. Now I'm giving those cats time to get their affairs in order. That one over there, if you think that one's going to heaven, you've got piss for brains. Give them time to sit in with the minister. And then I walk them out there real nice and neat. I turn on that song. Lord, they dance like a drum. Meow, 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 meow. Get you a good shotgun with an incredible spread. Meow, 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 meow. Brilliant. Saved them so much money and ammunition. Of course I'm not getting fired. Good to see you, buddy. That's crazy. Ohio sounds like Georgia. I have a lot of good Georgia following. I love picking them. SEC Dog is one of my favorites. We talk trash to each other. Lord, you'd think we hate each other. But I actually like him, unless he's lying real good. Kid's been playing my tuning again. Got Eric McCartney in here, wants to know what products I use for such a luscious, fantastic, luscious hair. What do I use? I just, whatever old lady has in there. She ain't wearing, I can't come up with nothing good. That was, my mama looked at me and said, "What that's growing in your head?" I looked in a mirror and said, "That's a tick, won't you get it out of there? 'Cause I'm dying with Lyme disease." If you don't help me, I'll have a disease that will kill me now. Not my best work, but Lord, it was off the cuff. Give me a break. All right, so let's get back in here and ask a question. Here's the deal with Georgia. Georgia's another one. Georgia is another team's got to piss and get off the pot. Now, I know Jamie Newman, he's only been there 1 year. Does it really matter if Georgia has a quarterback who's been there more than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? You got a good quarterback, you got a good quarterback, you got to go in, you got to use it. I mean, period. I mean, even by Joe Burrow's own admission on the night he was picked first in the draft, what did he say? He said, last year, I was okay. And he was right. And they get Joe Brady in there, quarterback whisperer, they're doing their thing. He comes out there, he looks like genius. Trevor will stay your play Georgia next season. I hope so. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, Georgia has the pieces to. It's Georgia, Florida. SEC East. But at least it's competitive. At least it's competitive. All right, I'm jumping right in here. I've jumped around. All right. What do you think about LSU this season? Ashley Gillum. Ashley, all right, so I'm going to have to tell you the truth. I just saw a question from somebody I saw, and I actually just read that song to my kid. Put Bobby Dirkens Jr. down, and we read it together. Every now and again, I like to read Good Night Moon to him, as though I have a speech impediment. Going back to you, Ashley. What do I think about LSU? All right, first of all, if anybody knows anything about me, I have a ton of respect for Ed Orgeron. I think there's only 2 coaches in college football who actually gives a flying rip about their team and loves them. I'm not saying other coaches don't be thankful for their team. I'm saying who absolutely loves their team, they love their fan base, they don't want to be anywhere else. And that's Dabo Swinney and Ed Orgeron. I believe that. Can you really tell me that Nick Saban really cares about Tuscaloosa, Alabama? No, that's a lie. I'm not saying that he doesn't appreciate it. I'm just saying, do you think he just rants and raves about Tuscaloosa? No, don't believe that. Ed Orgeron is in heaven. And I'm being honest, he is in heaven right now. That man right there, if I were to go blow his brains out right now, and heaven wasn't anything like Baton Rouge, I can just go ahead and tell you right now, you just kick him right back out, send him down there, eating gumbo. Lord, he's got Low Country Bowl, which they wouldn't have that. They just have some type of Cajun something. Man, it just spices all over him. Lord, when his wife goes and buys perfume, she's like, "How do you like it?" "Does it smell like Cajun spice?" She's like, "No." Well, I don't like it. I mean, anyway. I am just saying that I believe in him. And I know I'm giving you a long answer. I know that they humiliated us in the national championship. So my answer is going to be football related, though you're going to claim bias. I'm gonna pull open. I hadn't even taken a look at LSU as far as I've taken a look at them. I haven't done a video on them. All right, so I want to give this. I want to be honest with you. Don't you know there's a lot of people out there who hate stats? They hate stats. They hate it when you pull up numbers in black and white. Now, I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who don't like it. So, but that's why I'm doing it, because I want to be fair to LSU. Good Lord, it's like a Bible and they got the books out of place. Lord. They did a better job than last year, but good grief, Bobby Dirkens Jr. High on coke. Could do better than it. All right, so we're talking about players who are returning for LSU. You return 3 players on offense. But Bobby, we recruit really good, and listen, I'm just telling you, I've been doing this now for almost 4 years. I've been paying attention to football for many years. Many years. I'm not talking about many years, I'm talking about lots. I don't care how well you recruit. I see, sophomore, junior, freshman, junior. So you don't even know who's going to be a quarterback. Miles Brennan, I mean, I know he's great. Oh, and everybody says he looks like, everybody says that about the second string quarterback. Well, he looks like Joe. Which Joe? Junior Joe, or just set a bunch of records, won Heisman Trophy, won national championship Joe? On your defense, you returned 3 players. You returned 6 players total from last year's team. I mean, you play at Florida, you play Bama, you play at Auburn, you play at, well, A&M, who cares? I see you being a really good football team still. I don't see you being the national champions again. I don't see you making it to the college football playoff. I mean, just be honest. I deal with nothing with the humiliation. You know, there's a day that I step back and I look and I don't want to even think about. Clemson's been in college football playoff 5 consecutive years. And they've won 2 national championships. They have played in... they've had a lot of goodness that's happened to them. And it's kind of like when I was talking to Chase Henderson the other night on the phone. I said, you know, for people like us who's been pulling for Clemson ever since they could remember, these days are the good old days of Clemson. You know, you remember the days when you know, Hatfield was there and got fired because he lost 3 games, and they only turned around and made a hire that was beyond questionable. And football program went to piss. All those years up and down, we see what it is. But I am just to answer your question, if this happens to Clemson, you just got to chill out with them. We'll have to chill out with them, with Clemson. You've got the right man in there. They've recruited great. You're not going to win a national championship most likely every year. That's the thing with us. We have to accept it. And that's tough. But you just won a national championship, one of the best teams that ever played, football. Ever played college football. I believe that. I actually do believe that. But losing Joe Brady, and listen to me, I want y'all to hear this. I've heard people say, "Oh, Ensminger's been there," and yada yada. Something happened to Joe Burrow when Brady came on. And y'all can argue with me and get mad at me and tell me I'm just being a Clemson homer. That's perfectly fine. Just remember Joe Burrow, year 1. Think about Joe Burrow, year 2, with Brady. That's it. But it's going to be interesting. All right. Let's get to this. A lot of questions in here. I'm going to have to speed up. I'm going to have to start giving like 5 answers. 5-word answers. All right. Saying, Lord, a bunch of you in here. Yes, I know, Chase. I got to stay out of those rabbit holes. All right. I know I'm an idiot. I know. Your mama. There we go. All right. All right, Georgia. Thoughts on my Pat signing Scam Newton? Yep. Just one more move to try to get Trevor Lawrence. Good luck to them. Let me see. Hope to get to hang with you this season, my brother. Yeah, Tiger Nation. And what's funny, we only live about 45 minutes from each other, so we're not going to have to come up there and kidnap you. I mean, I won't be in one of those Bondo vans with the OSB for windows and naked Barbies with the hair chopped off and the markers for colors for hair. That ain't me. They do that. Let's see. What do you think about North Carolina? North Carolina is one of the best stores in the ACC. It's awesome. It's incredible. I really, really like what they're doing. Hey, I have 2 thumbs down. How dare you? I'm going to give myself the 3rd thumbs down. Great story. Sam Howell's got to come out and play. They just got to utilize it. They just got to utilize it. They have the ability in that division to win it. It's up for grabs, but they have everything. And Mac Brown, what a great story. I like Mac Brown. Do you know that Mac Brown and Nick Saban are the same age? Both 68 years old. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Going back up here. Okay. Clemson Carson. It's like a freebie. They pay him squat if he doesn't produce, so it's a low-risk reward. Patty Heverly, Mother to you. Luke Joel says, if it wasn't for Nick Saban, Alabama being the same position Michigan is still in to this day. I agree. A lot of people forget about where Alabama was at. I watched a classic game about 2 months ago. It's when Kentucky had that big old boy, Jared, what's his face? He passed away about a year ago. He was just, body was out of shape, unfortunately. He was a guy that was massive, playing against him. And they wore the same uniforms, but looked awful. Parks here. Here's one. Why do the talking heads not give credit to Travis when he is the best back to come back this season? Because talking heads, half of them are told what to say. They know what they better say. And then the other probably 45% that's left, I just think they hire them because they play college football. It's ridiculous. I mean, I just being honest. I rarely watch most of the talking heads, and that's just being honest. I barely watch it. It's not because somewhere deep in my heart I wished I was there. Oh, I wished I was in their seat. I've said this again. I don't want to be in any seat where anybody's trying to get me to say anything. That's why I do this. I'd rather be stuck in here. I'd rather be stuck in here doing my thing freely than somebody telling me what to say that I don't believe in. I just think they don't know what to say. I don't think they know how to look at talent. But Higgins, or not Higgins, somebody was talking about Higgins there. ETN is the man. You and I don't need to have a crowd of people tell us that a Ferrari is incredible. We don't. We don't have to. I don't need anybody to tell me that a Ferrari is incredible. But I understand what you're saying there. We'll just let him happen to them a fourth year in a row, you know? All right. Mister, you mad, brah? May there to you. Good to see you. I tell you, one of my first subscribers. One of my first subscribers, always good to see you in here. Good to see you. May there to you. Parker says, if baseball is back, football is back. Hope so. Would you rather have football season with no fans or the season delayed but some full stadiums? Start the season up. Start it up. Let's go ahead and get going. Let's go ahead and tell ourselves a lie that thin little mask is actually helping hold back this pandemic. I guess I shouldn't have said that. Then again, my show. What's up, you Mr. Bad Bravo? Marble racing just isn't cutting mustard anymore. You're right. I'll drive down to Tennessee and live under Neyland Stadium for a few months if we don't have it here and switch fan base to Tennessee. Don't blame me, my friend. Bobby Dirkens Jr. is in here. Hey there to you, Bobby Dirkens Jr. You're on vacation with the Dirkens family. I ain't, but you are. May there to you. Better be good for them. Brush your teeth. After you wipe your butt, wash your hands. That's what the Lord would do. Clemson Carr says, Bub Clemson, yeah, you right, although I don't like the guy and I like Stidham, so I hope he gets cut. A bunch of people in here talking. May there to him. See what else here. What hair products do I use for my hair? Gloriousness. It just oozes out. El Paso Rob. Hey, Bobby, what do you think about coaches' rankings? Dabo was number 2 on the list and Muschamp is 38. Sound about right? LOL. Yeah. Just go ahead and we'll go with that. You know, as long as Nick Saban's around, we're gonna have this. If Urban Meyer was still in the game right now, they would have Dabo at number 3. I mean, and that's where we're at. Sweeney would have to win a national championship after national championship, and they still might put him at number 2. So I get why. Chase Henderson says, busting out those secret musician skills, huh? That's how I turn on my wife, of course. Tiger Cat says, I play the guitar so well. See what I'm saying? I mean, she's not my wife, but you get it. Eric McCartney says, I don't want to be a rock star by Hannah Montana. I would rather have a nail gun drive my tongue into a board that is stuck on the back of a truck than I would play that song. But I know that's the song you had your first kiss to. So, yeah. I heard your best work musically, Bobby. Really, Chase? Who would that be? Clemson Carter says, all your work is good. Trevor Henry, Parker Henry says, Trevor will stay your play Georgia next season. That would be nice. Boy, that'd piss off a bunch of people. Lord, if he walked in there. Oh, long, blonde-haired. You know. Bubba Clemson says, thinking Bobby only uses T-Law Essence hair care products. How'd you guess? It is. There's a question about Goodnight Moon. Great, Bobby. UGA does less with more. It's been a trend for 20 years. They had the pieces for a long time, Bobby. I've already said that they should be... right now, they should have about 3 national championships. Easily. But they piss it all away. And for that, I will stop and play a song for them. Georgia, Georgia, you're going to piss away all the talent you have. It's a sad, sad song you do every time around this time this year. Wrong chord. Wrong chord. Wrong ending. Just like Georgia. You could put Jesus Christ at quarterback for Georgia and they'd still manage to blow it. The great I am with the power of flight. And they'd call a, ISO. We'll give you, see, we're running back to you, aren't you? Well, you got the Savior playing quarterback. Ask him what he would do. Oh, no, we hired this guy over here. He's got a ton of SEC experience. He said hand the ball off. And another two or three lost season you have. Absolute piss for brains. All right. Christopher Boy says, Dabo cares so much that he's bailing for Bama first chance. I bet he is. No hating the Bulldogs. Changed my name, though. P Digits. Good to see you. Tiger Cat said he loves our state. Tell him those are wrong. Bubba Clemson. Ain't LSU just copycats, Death Valley, Tiger Rag, all we used to do? Pretty much. Clemson Carson, how I keep telling yourself that, Christopher. Half the crappy picks were from LSU. I know I'm way behind. I'm going to go ahead and skip on down here towards the end because a bunch of people has been here, and I just don't want to overlook you. I try to be a good person. BGPO Football Funk gave $2. I'm going to tell you right now. Y'all people are tempting me to call in to work tomorrow. You keep giving money like this, I won't be, I ain't going to work. I ain't going to work. Everybody's saying T. Higgins, or Higgins wants to be a Bengal. I can see that. Chase Henderson says, wash your hands before and after you poo. When? And that's the whole thing about this whole COVID thing. It's like, wash your hands. We're supposed to be doing this the whole time. Men, you go in there, ain't going to do no motions. They'll censor me on here. They'll think, oh, there's some horrible stuff on YouTube that ain't censored. But anyway, you go in there and you unzip yourself, you let your pee-pee out and you holding it. Although I don't know how some of these men, they'll pee and they got their hands out like this, like they're Superman. They're standing there and, they sniff. Anyway, I could go on with that. You're supposed to wash your hands. If you never touch it, I found out there's particles and stuff floating around. It's all around you. Go wash your darn hands. And going up there, and sticking your hands up under the water for 3 seconds and doing this, ain't no soap, and you just wipe it off. And even with soap, you do it that fast and doing that, you did nothing but spread the pee-peeism all over your hands. You basically have now 2 goobers. 2 goobers. Walking around, touch my goober, good to see you. Goober over here, goober over there, goober everywhere. Wash your hands. You're supposed to be doing that anyway. All right. Who's my favorite NFL team? Honestly, none of them. Not being a douche-share, but I'm not being a jerk to you. I think world of you. Parker Henderson says, if Trevor stays, what does DJ do? He stands there and he learns everything he possibly can from him and become better instead of feeling like he's got to come take over the team. That would actually be the best thing. Now, I know he gets this year and he'd take over as a sophomore with a bunch of people. And we all know T-Law's gone after this. But would that really be a bad idea? Nah. Wouldn't be too bad. And I wouldn't be, and let me tell you this, Trevor Lawrence comes in and he's playing for a 4th year. That youngin's going to be getting playing time. DJ will be getting playing time, but let me see. Leighton Becker wants to know what my job outside of YouTube is. The official title the county gave me just recently is Feline Control Specialist. That was after some people raised some cane in the county. They were very, very upset about my name. And in layman's terms, I kill cats for the county. So I bring them in. Can't find a good home. Can't believe who wouldn't want a cat. Come in there. Some of us think mean as the devil right now. They're as mean as the devil. They steal from you. They write a bad check. And but I kill cats for the county. Somebody's got to do it. And they pay me quite well. Got the benefits. Lord, got the benefits. Whew. Got benefits. I got retirement. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Ballard Sports says, "May there, Bobby, may there to you." P digits and said, "Einhorn is Finkel." $2. He just gave me $2. Thank you so much. I'm telling you, I might retire. I might call the county tomorrow and tell them they can go kill them cats themselves. Thank you so much, P digits. I do appreciate the $2. Remember, $2 buy me a 6-pack of what I drink. And Lord, it'll just dance on my tongue. Just turns me on. I might turn this off and go in there and get fresh with my wife. Somebody asked if I'm on Facebook Live. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Shoot, I just skipped over a bunch of people. Good grief. Bunch of you in here. Trevor Lawrence is the reason they lost to LSU and they should have lost to Ohio State and North Carolina. I can't say that. I'll just stop there. Trevor Lawrence is the only reason we... Trevor Lawrence is so good, he overthought how good he is. Kayla Thompson says, "Love you, Uncle Brian." I don't know who that Brian guy is, but he loves you too. He loves you too. You tell them babies that Uncle Brian loves them, whoever he is. Bobby Dirkens Jr., is this going to be on iTunes? If I can get you to do something, start helping me. You're the one who works on computer for me all the time. You up there, and Lord, doing all your stuff. Matt Duke says UGA's having a hard time potty training. That's always why they piss things away, but you can't get it in the pot. That's the thing with UGA. They think that everybody has come up with some meticulous, that's another big word I learned, lie. They think that everybody just come up there picking on them because they're just somehow, don't get me started. Here goes a rant. They're somehow, everybody's jealous of them. What, we're jealous of not winning a national championship in 40 years? We're jealous of having a top 10 recruiting class every year for the past 18 years. And that's, I mean, it's like average of 7. That's the average. And you still piss it away. Yes, Parker Henderson, if they had Jesus Christ at wide receiver, they would run the ball. You're 100% right. Jetbird May there. Yeah, it's all cool. As Bobby's picking and grinning. You go, Bobby. I will. Tua played way better teams. Trevor Lawrence played cup games. He should destroy like he did in the CCG. Chase Henderson says Finkel is Einhorn. You remember when they had to prove that Dan Marino was tied up, and basically Einhorn ended up in the underwear, and they said, I went over here to my associate or something like that, Mr. Marino, and he points out that either that Finkel is Einhorn, or that's the worst case hemorrhoids he's ever seen in his life. Was that not hilarious? God, it's brilliant. Thank you, Chase Henderson, for your $2 donation to the cause. That is Bobby Dirkens. I will drink that $2 worth of ice cold beer and let the crystals from the near frozen beer dance down my throat like an incredibly choreographed Broadway special. That sounds weird. I'll never say that again. God forgive me. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right after that, P Digits did another $2 and said UGA does less with more. Changed my mind. Don't have to. You are right on the money. Thank you for that $2. Bobby Dirkens here appreciates it. Lord be with you, and I love you. I must did that. And no offense, I must did the Catholic. I ain't Catholic. I don't know why I did that. But thank you, P Digits. LSU is the Walking Dead Tigers. This year, absolutely. They'll be decent, but you know what it is. Let me see. Ashley Gillum says, Clemson playing the SEC, they would lose 3 games. We hear it all the time. No big deal. Bobby Dirkens Jr. called me a cat murderer. This cat murderer pays for your food. Think about that. You eat off of dead cat money. Maybe, but not easy, would still be playoff contenders year in, year out. Bubba Clemson says, now that we've spent 4 months teaching adults to wash their hands, the next 6 months we will work on colors and shapes. You're right. All right, everybody, we're going to take the pen, and I want you to just steady your hand and move it in a circular shape. Congratulations. Man, there it all. That was great. But you're right. You're right. This is as a reformed redneck. When I say reformed, I'm still a redneck. I cough right here. It's also a good reason for me to show my punch throwing muscles. You know. And see, you better not mess with him. He's polite and coughs in his arm. If he hits you, it'll hurt like a you know what. You're supposed to do this. Ballard Sports Media just donated $2. I said $20. $2 to Bobby Dirkens. Once again, I will use this money to indulge in alcoholic beverages in which I will chill and drink to the finest. I will think about you, but not in a weird way. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Gators would beat Clemson. No, they wouldn't. May there. Good to see you, George. Stop it, Ashley, says Clemson Carson. And then it said, let's talk about South Carolina. What's there to talk about South Carolina Gamecocks? What is there to talk about? And I know I'm being baited because that's one of my family members talking about this. What is there to say about South Carolina Gamecocks? I can tell you right now what I can say about South Carolina Gamecocks. They're in South Carolina and they're just begging to God they don't have to play football this year, because if they do, it's going to be just as ugly as last year. But thank you for tossing me a softball there. Don't wash your hands or wear a mask. It's all psychological operation against the American public. They have destroyed our nation. Great, George. I appreciate that. Okay. Parker Anderson says, I hope Chase Bryce does well. I hope he does too. And don't be surprised if that Joker comes out and he's one of those guys in NFL drafts a lot earlier than what we think, and he makes a lot more money. I'm not surprised. Clemson Carson says, I don't wear a mask anyway, George. They don't do anything. Kella Thompson says, well, hey, buddy. My little nephew is out there. May there to you, buddy. It's good to see you. Glad you're out there. Phillips threw the interception at the end of the game, not TL. TL did that at the beginning of the season. Parents were barely alive when Georgia won their last national title. Let me see. Going on down, I'm about to shut this sucker down. P Digits, another $2. Good Lord, he said, Chase Henderson is a man. Are you kin to Chase? I mean, Chase is good people. He's good people, but Chase, are you dead? Because he is giving money in your name. Has to be a family member. I know Parker Henderson is kin to you. I know Parker's told me many times to overlook Chase. Please don't pay attention to him. He drives me nuts. Maybe that was Chase that said it about Parker. I can't remember. Anyway, y'all forget I said that. Don't hit the run back button on this. Bubba Henderson, but thank you for the $2, P. Digits. I appreciate it. Lord, y'all got more questions here than a kid trying to figure out who his daddy is. Oh, my goodness. Let's go on down. Jordan Bowman, I'm just going to jump some. If y'all skip, y'all forgive me. I ain't being disrespectful. I'm about to shut this sucker down. Whew, Lord. Jordan Bowman said Javian Hawkins from Louisville is getting disrespected in preseason run backs. Let me tell you right now, I was on the Mark Rogers show. If you don't know Mark Rogers, go check him out. Go subscribe to him. Tell him Bobby Dirkens sent you. I was on there with Pigskin Pete and Andre. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. I'm going to tell you exactly. The question was, who in the ACC, who on Clemson's schedule could upset them? Who do we think that would upset them? And we surprised Mark when we didn't mention Notre Dame, because we go to Notre Dame, we all know that game is going to be on NBC, and it's going to be in South Bend, and we know that they're going to be gunning for us, and the country's going to be watching. Me and Pigskin both basically said Louisville. And Mark was like, hold on, do you really think that they're that good? Do you think that they're that? And no, they're an upcoming football team. But the thing is, in a one-game attempt, they could do it. So we better wear our big boy britches and not our panties to this one. I'll put it that way. Chase Henderson gave another $2, and he's just trying to keep up with P Digits. I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all too. I'm just gonna leave this thing on to sit here and babble. Lord, I might sit here and go. If you two just won't keep giving, God knows I ain't gonna stop you. Thank you for your $2. He said you're just trying to keep up with it. I appreciate it. Look. Me and Chase Henderson are going to have to get together and drink some bourbon or something. I didn't say a suburban. I said some bourbon. Oh, Lord, let's get in here. Jetbird, that was Mark's best show. No, really, his best shows ever. Well, thank you. We enjoyed it. He wanted to try to get a show on tonight, and I think real Mark Rogers. Mark Rogers good. Good people. I'm going to tell you right now. Unless Mark put his hands on my wife's butt. And even then, it was like he was truly following and just grabbing. First thing. I mean, he really wasn't going for a butt. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'll just tell you this. Mark Rogers is good people, and I like him. Good people. I'd beat people up for him. Let me see. Giggled says, what's up, boy? What's up to you, Bobby? Good to see you. And then Chase said, sign me up, just tell me when. We'll have to get that on the books. We will have to get that on the books, and me and you will. Lord, I just drink subpar bourbon. I don't care. It don't even have to be anything just good. I'll just drink it with you. Let me see. We'll have to. And then P Digit says he'll crash the party. Talk to the Paws in here. Everybody go check out his channel. Talk to the Paws got some good stuff going on. Y'all go ahead. Parker Henderson says he's around too. Said he's going to come. Well, come on, Parker. Nobody's keeping you out. I ain't going to leave you out. I mean, if you beat on my door and you're screaming obscenities and I think you're a serial killer, there stands a chance that I'm going to keep you out. But you come on over. Talk to the Paws in the house. He's good people. He's got some good hype videos, too. He got so hyped up, I punched a bear in the face. It was a stuffed dead bear, but I punched a bear in the face. Good stuff. All right. Do you have any Heisman dark horses? Justin Fields, I think, will win Heisman. Just point blank. Dark horses. I really don't know. That's a really, really good question. I'd have to go digging. It's starting to get a little later at night. Maybe Ole Bobby's mind's not as keen as it could be. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Let me see. Going down through here, I'm about to shut her down. Bunch of people. Okay. Do you think Texas will be good? No. Tom Herman. I like Tom Herman. One of my early videos, and yes, I am pumping an early video. If you've never seen this, it's one of in my first season I was on here. Go look it up after this. Make you a little sticky note or whatever, right on your hand. Ink won't seep in. And if the ink seeps in and you die, they're going to count it as a COVID death anyway. I shouldn't have said that, but they will. And we won't have college football. But, so don't do that. But, the thing is, Texas, Tom Herman, I did a video a long time ago. I got off there on another subject. I did a video about Tom Herman lying about taking the job at Texas. So when he was at Houston, or whatever it was at Houston, wasn't it? Can't remember. Yeah, it was Houston. And you remember they stopped him outside and they went, "Is it true that you've taken the job at LSU?" He did not lie. He did not take the job at LSU, but he'd taken the job at Texas. And Tom was standing there and he goes, "Today's game is just focused on these boys," or something like that. It was, go watch that video. I talked about how you know, I mean, it just is what it is. Anyway, Tom, I think it's time for him to move on. And don't be surprised if Tom Herman moves on to another school and does great. All right, let me see. All right, any more questions? Any more questions? Any more questions? I'm looking. What are your thoughts on Notre Dame? I'm gonna look at your team just real quick. My thoughts are it really lies on Ian Book's play. They return a lot of their offense. The majority, Notre Dame's really well known for always. I mean, let's drop the jokes about Notre Dame for a second. It's easy to talk about overrated and all that much stuff, but they've got their entire line back. Unless something has happened, they got their entire line back. 2 seniors, a junior, 2 sophomores. They always have good tight end play, no matter who it is. Ian Book is back for a 3rd consecutive year. They do have brand new wide receivers. They're sophomores, but they can work it out. Jafar Armstrong's playing running back for them. Yeah. That could be questioned. On the defense, here's a big problem for them. They only have 5 returning starters. But they have some seniors mixed in and a bunch of juniors. But they have a pretty solid schedule that could give them time to get some experience. Don't be surprised if they come to that Clemson game undefeated. Don't be surprised. Their schedule except for Wisconsin and Clemson is not that tough. It's just if they can stay healthy. And I think another 10-win season for Notre Dame. I would say that might even see an 11-win season and then go into a bowl game and win 12. So 11 or 12-win season, I definitely could see that. I could see that game, as I said, being a top 10, top 5 matchup between Notre Dame and Clemson when that game rolls around in South Bend. As long as both teams... hey, let me see. Few more. P Digits, just another $2. Said 6 dislikes and 35 watching. I do have 25, but hey, more. You could get more likes on here. Good Lord. But thank you, P Digits, for going to bat for the good cause. Thank you, I appreciate it. And give me another $2. Thank you. Lord, I'm telling you right now, I'm just going to chill out and not get all fired up. But thank you so much for that $2. You just, Lord, just making it rain in here. Feel like I'm in one of those naughty clubs shaking my junk to make money. Whew. I mean, you got to remember, as they said on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, some men or some people use their hands to make their living, like mechanics and stuff. But those girls who dance for money, they just use everything else. That's one of my favorite Fresh Prince. It was hilarious. Dino Babers will leave Syracuse if they disappoint again. Dino Babers is a good hire. Chase Henderson says, when we drinking, Bobby? You and I will determine that very soon. Still think Texas will have a good year this year. Just a feeling in my gut. George, think the world of you. You need to go take a dump. No. You got a hold of some bad food. Carolina Jackpot, me and him don't live too terribly far from each other. We only live about 20 minutes from each other, and he and I, we talk, we hadn't talked like in person, but we might fire up a video where it's me and Carolina Jackpot, which I think would be a glorious time. They'll shut this thing down. Shut down YouTube. Let me see. You're right to talk to the Paul. Carolina Jackpot's hilarious. All right, last question. Last one up. All right. Any more questions? I'm about to close her down. Have you considered starting an OnlyFans site? Ask Eric McCartney. Yes. It is something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I want to start a couple of other things. Really don't want to mention because every time I mention it, it goes to crap. But I have been wanting to do like an OnlyFans site. And when I say fans, not fans, I don't like, I know what you were saying, but, you know, just basically like the Bobby Dirkens Club, you know. So, yeah, I've been thinking about it. Everybody give me your feedback. You send me a message on here if you think if you want to join it. And just go Washington Huskies already said count me in. So I'll just tell you right now. It would be yeah, OnlyFans. Yeah, Bobby Dirkens OnlyFans. You're right. Yeah, that would be a pretty good idea. I've been thinking about that, and I think it would be a great way for me to even open up and get some more feedback, have a little more fun on here. I'll put it that way. Because when I'm on, I mean, I'm not talking about saying anything bad or anything. I'm just saying it's just good because I feel like, especially when I see the names in here, I feel like I can kind of chill out more. We have more of fun time, so. Hopefully we can do that. Bayless, I will go one quick. Arch Manning, I don't know if he'll end up here. It'll be interesting to see his reaction. Now, I know very little about him. Of course, I know how good he is. He tells you blah, blah, blah. And I know the Manning name, and I know what Archie said about him. I would just say, if Tennessee has a better season this year, and they got a tough schedule, but if they do better this year, and in the games that they lose, they're very competitive. He's going to be a Tennessee ball. I really, really believe it. I really, really believe it. We'll see. We'll see. I would see him going to Tennessee. I really would see him going to Tennessee. And yeah, it'd be hilarious. Eric McCartney said, we support you. Well, thank you, buddy. I do appreciate that. Everybody listen, I'm closing this sucker down. Now, thank you so much for joining Bobby Dirkens. Everybody who made donations, thank you so much. For all of you who showed up, thank you so much. I appreciate all of it. Do pass this along to your friends, your neighbors, and clergymen who has a really good sense of humor. I want each and every one of you to look at yourself in the mirror. And I want you to say this. If it just froze up right there, it just let me know my camera was about to die. I don't care what's going on. I do, but you understand what I mean. I want you to hold your head high and know, no matter what's going on, I'm Bobby Dirkens, and if you keep showing up, you have my word as a God-fearing, red-blooded, card-carrying American. I will keep showing up.